welcome here, Punch Out Boxing. I am delighted to speak to Devsahni here at the end of the press conference for the Magnificent Seven. What a show! The consensus online is this is the best domestic show for years, not just this year, but for years.
Ever. There you go. Because it's the next one up. It's the best domestic show ever to happen in this country, maybe even in the world. You've seen it today. So many great fights. By the way, Ra, happy birthday. Was it today or yesterday?
It is actually today. I work on my birthdays on boxing. How about that?
So committed for a 50-year-old man. I really, really dig that. Well done. I'll rate the work rate. But yeah, great show, mate. I can't wait for it. There's fights on there that I can't believe even now are actually happening. I can't believe we're getting the honour to watch Nick Ball and Isaac Dogboe trying to tear each other's heads off. I mean, lucky us. Do you know what I mean? What a great fight. Anthony Kakachi against Ryan Garner. Kakachi, for me, world class super featherweight. Garner, world class prospect. Let's see if he can take the leap up. We're going to find out. And Heaney against Bentley will be great fun as well. Heaney's been very, very nice. You saw it today. He's a very nice man. Denzel Bentley suspects that he might be just trying to lure him into something. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. That all three of them fights well worthy of the titles that and the opportunities that are available. We're starting with Ball v Dogboe. I thought Dogboe's only really been turned over by Navarrete. What a fighter he is! So knowing Nick, he's going to want to emulate that and really put the featherweight division on notice, especially with some of the other big names aging. We're ready for a young hotshot.
We're ready for him. Look, we believe that it is Nick Ball. We believe that he's like a coiled spring of a featherweight. He's just needed the chance, and this is the chance. The last time he got a sniff to go up a level was against a man called Isaac. It happened at Wembley Stadium, and he stopped him. His next step up in levels comes against another man called Isaac. Let's see if he can do the job on him. As you say, a great division right now. We've seen Lee Wood and Josh Warrington over the weekend. What a fight. And it's been a great division in this country for years. Well, Josh Warrington against Selby, Frampton, Galahad, all of these guys. And Nick Ball is the new blood coming in, who seems to carry his power late on, by the way. His last, I think, six have all ended by knockout. And it's not just been like first round blowouts. There's been first round, there's been mid round, there's been the final round as well. It looks like he can do it all. A win over Isaac Dogboe means he joins very, very elite company. Emmanuel Navarrete is one of the best fighters in the world. He was able to stop Isaac Dogboe with a corner stoppage, by the way. Rosie Ramirez might be the best featherweight in the world. We don't know. He was able to beat Isaac Dogboe. Nick Ball joins that kind of elite class. It says an awful lot about him.
Yes, indeed. And WPC final eliminator. So yeah, well worthy of a crack at that famous green and gold belt for the winner. Um, Ryan Garner, I was surprised when I saw that. Anto, as you said, seasoned, hardened. Is he a veteran? I mean, he's 33, but a very fresh 33. For Ryan to make that jump, ask him about it. He said he wants the opportunity to get up there in the world ranking.
He's a piranha, right? That's what he calls himself. And now we're going to find out if he can swim, or even, as Frank said up there, if he can eat the big fish. And Anthony Kakachi is a big fish. He's been crying out for the opportunity to really show it. I think everyone appreciates what a great fighter he is. He's got some good names on his record. He's been looking up. He's been looking that way. Meanwhile, Ryan Garner's been looking at him. And Ryan, sometimes that can be very dangerous. If Anthony Kakachi is focused on all these on Cordinas and guys like that, Ryan Garner could slip up on the blind side and upset him. And I think it would be an upset, by the way, if Ryan Garner is able to beat Anthony Kakachi, considering Garner hasn't beaten many people with winning records, hasn't beaten anyone of note, and Kakachi's as you said, grizzled, seasoned vet with an awful lot to prove. It'd be a big, big statement for the Piranha. It's a fight, unbelievable fight. I can't believe it's happening, but I'm really glad it is.
Indeed, and kudos to Ryan, because I know Frank in the past wasn't shy about telling him that he was disappointed in some of the wayward youth he exhibited, but he's looking to catch up a lot.
He is on a bit of a redemption story in himself. When he turned over at 18 years old, he was wide-eyed, and he had that innocence of youth. Frank was putting him up at top tables at press conferences, talking about how he's the next Nav and he's going to do this and do that. He had all of that, and then it kind of fell away. He had issues outside the ring, but now he's a completely different kid. He's not a kid anymore. He's a man. He's got a family. He's got mouths to feed. He's got people relying on him, and he knows that now. And it's great to see this new, mature Ryan Garner. Will it be enough to beat Anthony Kakachi? All of this stuff, we'll find out.
The middleweight title fight. I mean, Nathan Heaney, as I admitted to him when I spoke to him, I did join him in the mockery when there was talk of him fighting Golovkin, but he's a good sport. And whatever we want to say about his level, the fact of the matter is ticket selling matters in this game. If he wins this, is it fair to say he could be the biggest draw at middleweight in the world? Is that an exaggeration? Can any other middleweight fill out a football stadium?
Biggest draw at middleweight. Look, he'll be up there. I think Eubanks, his stock is quite high now as well. Denzel Bentley is on his way. Hamza Shiraz is on his way as well. I don't know. I don't know. Look, he's got a big ask in front of him. And you sniffed at him fighting Gennady Golovkin. Hey, look, I'm sure Nathan Heaney would give him all that work right now. Golovkin ain't getting no younger. So I'm intrigued about this fight. And I think Nathan Heaney at this point, these last couple of fights have started showing that he's more than just a ticket seller. Sometimes when you're a ticket seller, you unfairly get criticism like, oh, he's just a ticket seller, and people think you can't fight. But he can fight, and he really showed it in his last fight against Jack Flatley in their rematch. Flatley's a good fighter. Flatley's got a draw with Troy Williamson, also a good fighter, on his record. Nathan Heaney really boxed very, very well in the last fight. Showed me things which I think showed the crowd things that maybe they hadn't seen from Heaney before. Maybe they didn't think he could do. He can do. He's a bit of a sleeper. I think he's reveling in the underdog status here. Everyone's against him. People are writing him off, but this is what he loves. And he'll have an army of Stokies behind him on fight night that will be cheering every single punch he lands. And they may be able to will him to victory. Let's see.
And certainly Denzel isn't sniffing at him. He said that Heaney's probably one of those guys that, to us, the laypersons, doesn't look particularly flash, but what he's doing in the ring is actually effective when you're in there with him.
Yeah, look, and I think other fighters have found that out. I think Jack Flatley probably thought Nathan Heaney wasn't that good, and Flatley's, he's a good fighter himself. But Heaney is actually better than you think, and I think Denzel Bentley's not going to get caught out by that. But I think that's kind of he's mentally prepared for Nathan Heaney being better than what people think he is, and Bentley will just train like a demon, like he always does, and from his perspective, he'll do what he's got to do.
And good to see Hannah Rankin finally get a big promotional outfit behind her, and perfect timing because the divisions that she's operating at, there's a pool of a lot of great fights.
There is. Look, she's a two-time world champion already, and she thinks it's time to become three-time. She's in the right place to do it. It's in a great arena, on a great platform in TNT Sports. She's got a difficult fight in front of her in Emma Kozin. She's only lost to Clarissa Shields. Kozin. It's a fight they've been linked with before, and it's finally happening for a world title. Big chance, big platform. Go and make a statement, Hannah Rankin. Show us what you're all about.
Yes, indeed. I'd love to see her against some of those other big names like Tasha Jonas and Breakers and Terry Harper.
I think all of these fights are out there for her. I think they're inevitable. Should she come through, it's inevitable people will talk about those fights. She'll be a WBC world champion in a great 154-pound division. So one fight at a time, but it's great to have a world-class female in the mix.
Yes, indeed. All right, well, I'll leave it there because I'm going to see you tomorrow. Um, we're back here for Hamza's press conference. So yeah, no rest for you, is there?
No rest, but I love it. And yeah, we go again. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. 55 years old.